What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video on high altitude investing. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about why I personally think Bitcoin is the most bullish it ever has been. As you guys know, my personal channel has always been a trading journal, my perspective on the markets. So today I'm going to be running into why I think Bitcoin is actually headed into continuation over $100,000 per coin. Before I give away my secrets today, though, if you're not a subscriber to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as well as sharing these videos with your friends. Also, comment down below if you have any questions or even altcoins that you're holding and you'd like me to make a video about. I do look at those comments, and I will make a video if it's an altcoin I feel is important for the community to have analysis on. Before I do get started, you guys, I also would like to mention to stay clear till the very end of this video. There's going to be a lot of extremely important information associated with trading, how to do analysis on Bitcoin, kind of the different scenarios, and why I personally lean on analysis over news in times like this. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Okay, you guys, apparently World War III is starting and Bitcoin's going to go down to 8,000 per coin, and we're all going to lose all our money, and everybody that invested in crypto was super stupid. And you guys, the news is not something to lean on. The amount of times that I have seen the news be dead wrong is unbelievable. First of all, the amount of bullish news that was coming out in 2018 near the top of the market was astounding. And if you would have been listening to that news or even been basing your analysis on that news, you wouldn't have been at least open-minded towards a correction. And you always should be open-minded towards downside no matter what. Even if you're wrong, even if you think it's going to go higher, you should always have an open mindset towards downside, because then you can at least make a plan for both directions. And then you have the amount of bearish news that came at the bottom was absolutely ridiculous. And also, you guys, the same thing happened, by the way, during the coronavirus drop in 2020, when we had this huge panic. The amount of bearish news that came out near the bottom was astounding. You guys, the amount of bearish news that we see coming out about cryptocurrency right now is astounding. I personally am going to show you technically why this market's going to see continuation, but I will be talking a little bit about why news is invaluable as well. So let's talk about the analysis first and foremost. If you guys do not know what a continuation pattern is, this is a very, very simple pattern. It basically means that whatever direction the market is going, it's going to continue in that direction. For example, Bitcoin right now is in an uptrend. We have higher highs and we have higher lows. When a continuation pattern forms, it means that the market is moving inside of a range. This is a continuation pattern. We have flat resistance and ascending support. So this continuation pattern is actually called ascending triangle. And this is a few examples of an ascending triangle pattern. You can see, and that's the pattern that we're seeing form in Bitcoin. So we have all of this bearish news coming out next to major horizontal support. We have a lot of YouTubers, a lot of people, influencers, panic selling, switching their positions. And so it's extremely suspicious for me to see all of this bearish narrative coming out next to major support inside of a bullish continuation pattern. We'd also like to look a little bit about total cryptocurrency market cap. You guys, we're barely up above the all-time high in total crypto market cap. As you can see, our horizontal support is not very far from the previous all-time high. So we haven't really made it that much far out above the all-time high, which means we have a lot left in this uptrend before any form of overvaluation occurs. Also, in an uptrend, you want to see rising volume, rising price. That's what we see all through the beginning of this uptrend. And then through correction periods, consolidation correction, you want to see falling volume and falling price. And look what we see here. Falling volume, falling price. We have a little bit of a rise in volume and price on a micro level right here. But then again, we see falling volume, falling price. So this is what's called a bullish volume profile. It basically means that from a volume perspective, we're seeing more buyers, more big money, more smart money buying, and we're seeing dumb money selling. We're seeing beginners selling in the correction from a volume perspective. And so this ascending triangle pattern, as we start to see this support hold, and we get confirmation of this support holding over the next week or so, like I suspect we will, this ascending triangle pattern will become more and more apparent and more clear. And a lot of the people that switched at the bottom will start to be like, man, why did I do that? Why did I get so scared? Why did I let my emotions control me again? What was I doing? You know, why am I always letting my emotions control me? And that's a thing that takes time to learn how to get over. It takes time to do that. And it just takes learning how to work with the market, seeing corrections happen, watching everybody sell support and buy resistance, watching all the FUD articles come out at the bottom and all the hype articles come out at the top, and learning how to swing with the market and move with those swings and get in the rhythm of the market. And once you attune yourself to that rhythm, you really will start to see what's going on. And you'll start to have that clarity when everybody else is scared. So you guys, I do suspect this ascending triangle pattern to play out in Bitcoin. If you don't know what hidden divergence is, that basically is another type of divergence, bullish divergence, meaning it's going to go up in price, where the market makes a low and then a higher low, but on the MACD we make a low and a lower low. This is called bullish hidden divergence. It also works with the MACD or the RSI. You can see I'm using the RSI in this case, but it works with both indicators, RSI or MACD, if you know how to use it. So this is an extremely powerful signal, especially on the 1 week time frame. The bigger the time frame, the bigger the indicator signal. So for us to be all the way out here on the 1 week, this is a very, very good signal. So I hope this gives you guys some clarity on what I'm suspecting in Bitcoin. Watch for this horizontal support to hold. I suspect that it does hold very nicely. And I expect this ascending triangle pattern to continue, for us to see continuation in the uptrend and for us to make a lot of money. So don't give up now, you guys. I appreciate everybody that tunes into these videos, all of the people that have the patience and the faith to stick to the markets. And I know that you guys will be heavily rewarded for that patience. And the final thing from an analysis perspective I would like to mention in today's video is a clear difference in the divergence profile that we're seeing in the market now from the previous highs. In the last bear market, we had divergence that had been forming for literally a year. On the higher time frames, we had bearish divergence on the MACD. And that did lead to a very large bear market, of course, an 80% correction, which was pretty brutal, especially if you would have been holding through that, as I did hold portions of my portfolio longer than I should have in that period, even myself. We do not have anywhere near that type of divergence that we saw then. We have seen 1 or 2 peaks formed, as you can see, 1, 2 peak. But we do not have consistent, steady, bearish divergence along multiple peaks. And that's what we need to see. We need to see some very, very clear bearish divergence across multiple peaks for any type of a bear market. I mean, the same thing even happened during this as well. As you guys can see, we have 3 peaks, 1, 2, and on this final, we got a very, very clear bearish divergence. And what's important here also to remember, you guys, is that this bearish divergence came almost all the way back up to the resistance of the left side. So this left resistance that formed the right resistance to create the divergence was very close. And if you look at the recent 2 peaks that we have, this peak and this peak are nowhere near each other. So there's some very, very clear differences in divergence with the RSI between our peaks in this cycle and the last cycle. So don't lose hope, you guys. Your Dogecoin is going to see a huge moon. Your Bitcoin is going to see a huge moon as well. I'm not selling my positions. I honestly think that the best is yet to come, and I'm really excited about the future price action for 2022 and 2023 in cryptocurrency. So I look forward to seeing you guys in those future videos. Go ahead and click the links in the description below. You guys, I'm strongly considering starting a second mastermind program. It's going to be the same as the first, just a different time. I just got to pray and get confirmation about it. If you're interested in that, go ahead and put your information in the description box below. I have a little form you can fill out. Just take a couple minutes and we'll reach out to you if the mastermind is something you're interested in. If you're interested in watching how I turn 10,000 into 100,000 and actually getting live portfolio updates with like a portfolio link and everything, then that's definitely something that you should drop your information below. But like I said, I have to get spiritual confirmation before I start that. I just don't want to jump the gun on doing that without that confirmation. So huge thank you for you guys tuning in today's video. I love every single one of you. Blessings your way. And, you know, the best is yet to come, guys. Don't give up now. I'll see you guys in those future updates. And as always, stay profitable out there.